Ford versus GM, who drives the future better? Inspiring introduction. Cars are not just machines, they're dreams on wheels, symbols of freedom, innovation, and progress. And when you talk about cars, two giants stand tall, Ford and General Motors, GM. One is about people's innovation, the other about scale and power. But who drives the future better? Let's find out. Engaging questions for you. 1. When you think of American cars, what brand comes to your mind first, Ford or GM? 2. Do you think legacy matters more in cars, or is it all about future innovation? Ford, the legacy of innovation. Founded in 1903 by Henry Ford, revolutionized industry with the moving assembly line, made cars affordable for the common man. Iconic cars, Model T, Mustang, F-150. First automaker to pay workers $5 a day, doubling wages in 1914. F-150 is America's best-selling truck for 40-plus years. Built aircraft engines and Jeeps in World War II. Ford Mustang 1964 created the pony car class. Recently launched Mustang Mach-E, electric SUV. Building Blue Oval City, a massive EV and battery hub. Ford shows us that innovation matters most when it's shared with everyone. General Motors, GM, the power of scale. Founded in 1908 in Detroit, Michigan, built an empire of brands, Chevrolet, GMC, Cadillac, Buick. In 1955, GM became the first company to make $1 billion in a year. Created automatic transmission in 1939. Cadillac became the symbol of American luxury worldwide. Pioneered OnStar tech, early car connectivity. GM's Chevy Volt was one of the first mass-market plug-in hybrids. Owns Cruise, a leader in self-driving cars. Aims to go 100% electric by 2035. Launched the Ultium battery platform powering EVs across brands. GM teaches us that with size and diversity, you can innovate across many fronts at once. Comparison, Ford versus GM. Ford equals innovation for the people. Assembly line, iconic Mustang and trucks, bold EV moves. GM scale and diversity, multiple brands, global impact, self-driving, and EV ecosystems. Both are rewriting the future with electric cars, batteries, and smart tech. Top 10 interesting facts to know. Ford 1. The Model T was nicknamed the Tin Lizzie. 2. Henry Ford once said, "You can have any color as long as it's black." 3. Ford built tanks, planes, and Jeeps during WOT II. 4. Ford F-Series has sold over 40 million units. 5. Ford owns Lincoln, known for luxury sedans. 6. Ford GT won Le Mans in 1966, beating Ferrari. 7. Ford was the first automaker on the NY Stock Exchange. 8. Mustang Mach-E beat Tesla in some awards. 9. Ford has factories in over 30 countries. 10. Henry Ford was inspired by meatpacking plants to invent the assembly line. GM 1. GM introduced the first crash test dummies. 2. Cadillac tail fins in the 1950s became a design icon. 3. GM created the Chevy Suburban, the longest-running car nameplate since 1935. 4. GM once owned Opel and Vauxhall in Europe. 5. The Chevrolet Impala sold 1 million units in 1965 alone. 6. GM pioneered the electric starter in 1912. 7. The GM Futureliner buses from the 1940s are now worth millions. 8. GM's EV1, 1996, was the first modern electric car. 9. GM owns BrightDrop, an EV delivery van company. 10. GM was the largest automaker in the world for 77 years straight, 1931 to 2007. 4 quiz questions for you. 1. Which company introduced the moving assembly line, Ford or GM? 2. Who was the first to make $1 billion in a single year, Ford or GM? 3. True innovation is when technology becomes affordable for everyone. GM's lesson: strength comes from diversity. Having many paths keeps you ahead. Quiz answers: Ford, moving assembly line. 2. GM first $1 billion in 1955. 3. Ford Model T Tin Lizzie. 4. GM going all electric by 2035. Closing message: so, who do you think inspires more? The Ford spirit of the common man or the GM scale of ambition? Let me know in the comments. Stay tuned for the next video. We'll keep exploring stories that drive innovation. And don't forget, your suggestions fuel our journey.